Hi, greetings to all my subscribers, old and new, and happy Saturday to you. In my Bonnie Dundee, it is lovely, warm, gentle breeze, sunny, wispy clouds in the sky. But having said that, unfortunately, the pollen count is high. It was so nice. I put on for the first time this season a little summer dress, and I'm wearing sandals, and I thought I would go outside and sit in the garden and have a glass of wine. But like the weather forecaster said, the pollen count is really high. So I lasted maybe 18 minutes, barely 20, and I started to sneeze and my eyes started to water. So I came inside. So I hadn't planned on doing a video so soon on the heels of the last one, but I have to do this one. I finally got around to watching Gladiator II, which I was dying to see because at the end of Gladiator I, I always wondered what had happened to Lucius. Maybe you're like me and you watch films and you wonder what happens to characters, the ones you were really engaged with at the end of a film. And I suppose that's why we end up with sequels. So, Gladiator 1 was so, astonishing. It was an amazing piece of work. And I've always been a fan of Ridley Scott. So when Gladiator 2 came out, I was like, ooh, goody, I can't wait. However, now that I'm retired, I'm mindful, of the cost of things. So I refuse to pay extra to stream it or anything like that. I was just determined to wait for it to go on sale at HMV, which it finally did. So I bought it and I watched it. And I've never been more disappointed in my life. I don't know what Ridley Scott was thinking. Perhaps he was putting pressure on himself, or perhaps since it is a Hollywood mainstream film, there were people in the background putting pressure on him. But the movie did not live up to the hype. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes that I will never get back. Even Denzel, and this is really the reason why I wanted to see it, apart from the fact that I wanted to find out what happened to Lucius. Even Denzel couldn't see this movie. There was way, way too much stuff in it. They just threw too much stuff in it. The acting was very poor. The two guys who acted as the twin emperors, it was like. And then there was the battle scene, the Colosseum scene with the gladiators and the creature. What the hell was that? Was that some kind of, half-ass CGI? Because it didn't work. I wasn't happy. And even Denzel, apologies, Denzel, I love you. He came across as flat and two-dimensional. Actually, everything about this film came across as flat and two-dimensional. And I was wildly bored, but due to my OCD, I can't leave stuff half finished. If I'm reading a book, even if the book is boring, I'll struggle my way through to the end because that's just the way I am. I have to finish it. And it was the same with this film. So I give it a big. However, you may like it. You know, there's no accounting for taste, and we all have different tastes because we're all different people. But if you've got 2 hours and 25 minutes to waste, go ahead and watch it. And if you do watch it, please come back and put in the comments below what you thought. And that's it for Gladiator II. Have a really fabulous rest of your weekend, and please be safe.